Doom RPG was developed by Fountainhead Entertainment in 2005 and released exclusively for mobile phones. In a nutshell, it plays quite similarly to the classic Doom games, yet it adds a bunch of RPG elements to it. For example, it's pretty heavy on story, you have to level up by killing, you have to talk to people in the levels for passwords, you essentially have objectives to do. The way your character moves around in this game is essentially like a grid. If you move forward, it's like moving forward a block. If you move back, it's like moving back a block. And when you turn left and right, you move at 90 degrees. So if you turn right 4 times, you'll go in a complete circle. You don't quite move around as freely as the classic Doom games, but it plays a role in the fighting system. The fighting system in this game is actually a turn-based system, and you use a turn by attacking or moving around. For example, if I fight a zombie, I use my turn by shooting at him, and he uses his turn by shooting back. Or if I'm fighting an enemy that doesn't have a projectile, I can use my turn shooting him, or he can use his turn moving out the way, or coming closer to me. And there might be times when you get surrounded by enemies and you'll have to use your turns just getting away. As I mentioned, as you go throughout this game killing enemies, you level up. And as you level up, you can hold more energy, you have stronger attacks, your attacks become more accurate, etc. And the goal in these levels, much like the classic Doom games, is really just to find your way out. So this means you might have to clear out fires, break down doors, talk to people for passwords, look in the computers for information, just things like that. And you'll also find money throughout the levels which you can use to purchase ammo, energy, etc. When it comes to the graphics in Doom RPG, it seems that there's a high-end version and a low-end version. This one is the low-end version. The high-end version of this game has sharper graphics, roof and floor textures, the sprites are animated or better animated, it uses special effects, it really just looks a lot better. But in my opinion, this still doesn't look too bad. In fact, it's a lot better than I thought my crappy phone could do. In case anyone is wondering, you're going to find all the classic weapons and enemies from the original Doom game, including some originals exclusive to this. My thoughts on Doom RPG is, this is surprisingly a solid game. It's the first time I ever got hooked on a cell phone game. So if you guys are ever looking for a cell phone game that won't just amuse you for 2 minutes, I highly recommend this one. It's a fun game and it takes a couple hours to beat. I don't do this often, but I give Doom RPG an A, and that's because it was well executed, it makes great use of little resources, and it's a pretty deep game considering most cell phone games only entertain you for a couple of minutes. Well, that's all for this video, and until next time, you guys take it easy.